Do you have to attend that meeting every year?
Yes, right now, the way the model is set up, if you want to be involved in any grant in District 6000, you must have someone attending that management seminar.
Each year.
Each year, right. Down the road, that might change, but right now, that's the model.
As a follow-up of that, then you're also required to sign an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, and that has to be on file. And so, you know, we've got a couple clubs that attend the grant management seminars, but haven't taken time to fill out the MOU. And, which is sad, they spent the time to go there, but they haven't followed up.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, if you have it. Right now, that's the rule. It wouldn't surprise me if that doesn't change in a couple of years, but right now, the model is so new. I mean, even, you know, we're still learning things every month that are new for us, and we've been working on it for a couple of years. So I'm anticipating there'll be a learning curve for about 3 to 5 years where we will work diligently to understand the new model. It'll probably still be changing over time, and then we'll be right up to speed like we were with the old model.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
One of the questions I have, since I'm trying to take notes and I'm not tracking as fast as you're talking.
I'm sorry.
My question is, are these PowerPoints, could they be made available to us to share, at least in part, with our clubs? I mean, it seems to me that that would be very, very helpful.
We'll put them on the district website.
Great, thank you.
For everybody, everything from here will go on the
When do you
district
meet?
website.
When do you meet?
Noon on Tuesdays.
All right, so, you know, you can always ask one of us to come to you as well. Christmas time, you gotta do it.
November
I
is
teach, that's how we get on.
Lunch.
Huh?
Remember, November is Foundation Month.
Yep.
And any one of us who have presented, we'd be delighted to come and talk to you about what our foundation is doing.
All right, thank you.
Rotary Foundation's global grants are large grants that support large projects. The minimum foundation global grant award is $15,000. Award, that's not the size of the project. The size of the project is going to be bigger than $15,000, but the award is $15,000 as a minimum. The maximum global grant is $200,000. Global grants support large international activities involving clubs in at least 2 different countries with sustainable, high-impact, long-term results. Global grant projects focus our efforts in 1 or more of 6 target areas. The areas of focus: peace and conflict prevention and resolution, disease prevention and treatment, water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, economic and community development. Now, those 6 areas of focus into which a global grant project must fit might sound like a limitation, but think about it. There really is not much you can do in this world that's legal that doesn't fit one of those categories, and probably even fits a couple. Clubs can either create their own activities or sponsor package grants that were talked about a little bit earlier. The package grants are developed by the Rotary Foundation in cooperation with now 3 strategic partners. Aga Khan University, which is supporting training for health educators and nursing scholarships. Mercy Ships supports vocational training in the medical field and medical service. And UNESCO Institute for Water Education supports water and sanitation scholarship. These projects are unique in Rotary's history in that Rotary and the strategic partner fund them 100%. The Rotarians provide the implementation. Quite the opposite of anything that we've been used to in the past, where we provide the funds and the implementation. District 6000 is using global grants to fund 3 scholarships, replacing the ambassadorial scholar program with one that is potentially even more impactful than our ambassadorial scholars have been. Think about the 6 areas of focus that I mentioned. Our global grant scholars will be receiving education that will allow them to contribute to the world in one of those 6 areas of focus. Since projects are much larger and clubs and districts have greater responsibilities under the new grant model, as has been alluded to by Doug just a minute ago, the Rotary Foundation requires districts to conduct grant management seminars. This was not something that we dreamed up, and yet I think all of us that were involved in the grant management seminar presentations accept it as something that is going to be a great benefit to our program. Clubs that plan to participate in the Foundation's grant programs are required to have at least one member attend a grant management seminar every year. Grant management seminars for this Rotary year will be held in February and March. There'll be 3 geographically dispersed across the district. They will be announced and announced and announced, we promise. Clubs also approved the Memorandum of Understanding with the Foundation and the addendum to that Memorandum of Understanding, providing some assurance to the district of their stewardship. As with our international humanitarian matching grants of prior years, there needs to be a host Rotary Club in the country where the project will be carried out, as well as the international partner, us. The host club needs to satisfy the qualification requirements of the Rotary Foundation and their district also. Your club and your host district partner need to be up to date with reporting. Global grant requirements are discussed in detail in our grant management seminars. For now, just a few of the basics. A minimum project budget of $33,750 to qualify for the Rotary Foundation's minimum award. A Rotary host partner in the country where the project will be carried out, who is encouraged but not required to make a financial contribution to the project. The international sponsor or sponsors must contribute at least 30% of the total Rotary cash contributions that are being made, Rotary Club cash contributions. In District 6000, we prefer that the host partner take responsibility for all of the reporting. There are occasions when that is not the most expedient way to manage the project, specifically when the banking account is being held in the United States. If the banking account is being managed in the host country, the reporting almost has to be done by the host partner who will be receiving those records and managing the expenditure of funds. The project must target a cause, as we said, in one of the 6 areas of focus, and the project must meet real needs and respect community sensibilities. Host and international partners each establish grant committees of 3 members of their clubs to assure continuity of communications with Rotary Foundation grant managers and communications with the district grant committee. A unique feature of District 6000's international grant program has been our availability of 3 region coordinators who are well-traveled and well-versed and well-connected with their respective parts of the world. Denny Skinner for Africa and Europe, Rachel Willer for Asia, Jim Peterson for Latin America and the Caribbean. Early on in your project planning, we want our clubs to contact the region coordinator for the area in which they will be working. The coordinators will assure you their experience and expertise, experience in drafting grants, expertise with the region of the world where you're planning to work. The global grant application process is online. Access to it is available by going to www.rotary.org, signing into My Rotary, and then clicking in the global grants, clicking global grants under the Rotary Foundation group of links. This is an example of project financing for a minimum-sized District 6000 project that's eligible for Rotary Foundation funding. The club has $7,500 to contribute. That's matched 50 cents for each dollar by the Rotary Foundation. Your $7,500 is matched $1.50 for each dollar by District 6000 DDF. District 6000's DDF is matched dollar for dollar by the Rotary Foundation. The project meets the Foundation's minimum $15,000 threshold. And you've leveraged your $7,500 4.5 times for this grant. If the host club or host district is able to contribute to the project, your contribution is leveraged even further. A few comments about District 6000's DDF contributions. Our 1.5 to 1 match rate is one of the more generous in Rotary. But we can only do that because of your generous contributions to the Rotary Foundation. Because our DDF only results from your contributions to the Foundation. We only match contributions from District 6000 clubs in international projects. To improve the likelihood that all District 6000 clubs that plan to apply for global grants are able to secure DDF matches, we're limiting DDF contributions this year to any one project at $22,500. There is no deadline for submitting global grant applications, but we recommend that you apply as early as you're able to, since there's liable to be competition for the DDF, and certainly also the Foundation's budget for humanitarian projects is finite. Partnering with other clubs and districts is the practical way to raise funds for a project. But even more than that, the satisfaction of collaborating on an international grant is compounded by partnering with other clubs in our district and beyond. Global grants are only partly about satisfying basic human needs. They're also intended to develop relationships, build international understanding, goodwill, and peace. Rotary builds lifelong relationships. Global grants is one of the many ways we work together. Think about Paul Harris's original concept for Rotary: gather people together from diverse backgrounds to work together. Questions?